When she was 7, Meza was tied up and lain on a board. Her father told her she was being taken outside to the garden.
When the cutter was going to cut me, they covered my eyes and they tied up my hands until she finished. When they untied me and opened my blindfold, I slapped the cutter in the face.
In having their daughters cut, Meza's parents did what they believed was expected. They thought cutting was necessary to make their daughters marriageable and to protect them from the embarrassment of being different.
At the time, I hadn't heard anything about the harms of cutting. I simply didn't want them to be outspoken and insulted by others. I got them cut to spare them that shame.
More than 70% of Ethiopia's 40 million adult women have been cut, the vast majority by traditional practitioners.
My mother-in-law was the one who got me started. She taught me how to cut. I have cut a lot of young girls. That was how I made a living.
Cutting is against the law, but the belief that it's in the girl's best interest is strongly rooted, especially in rural areas. Since 2008, UNICEF and the European Union have been promoting positive social change in the 3 regions of Ethiopia where cutting is most prevalent.
There have been very important activities implemented through this program focusing on community dialogue, the process that gets opinion leaders at community level, religious leaders, chiefs, elders, as well as the women themselves to abandon the practice of female genital cutting.
Regular meetings give villagers an opportunity to discuss human rights. Once communities reach a consensus on what is best for everyone, they hold an abandonment ceremony where a strong public commitment is made to stop cutting. This powerful visual event signals to everyone in the community that there is agreement on new social rules. Where cutting was once expected, it's no longer the norm.
At first, there were social discussions to educate the people. After learning about how dreadful and how harmful it is for women, I decided to stop. At this point, there was a declaration meeting organized for the community where I handed in my cutting tools. After witnessing this, the community made a decision to stop.
Once Meleichy saw that she had her community's support to stop cutting, she was able to find peace, because she no longer had to do a job that caused harm to others.
I am much better off now than I was before. Before, I used to feel terrible about the flesh I was cutting, the blood that I was pouring. I used to feel like the wealth I had gained and the food I had brought into my home was all covered in blood.
Education has given Meza and her sister Tigist the power to intervene on behalf of their friend Beza.
Her mother came to our house for coffee one day, and I overheard her say how her daughter is too outspoken and disobedient.
Meza and Tigist confronted Beza's mother. They convinced her that cutting her daughter would not make her more obedient.
I'm very happy I stopped Beza from being cut, because this way, when she gets married and has children in the future, there will be no complications.
The girls' commitment has also brought change to their own family.
I'm very proud of them. The fact that my children are mature, responsible, and educated enough to teach others makes me very proud.
Meza has not only become a force for change in her community, she is now better equipped to achieve her full potential. She plans to become a doctor, and her goals are big.
I would be so happy if cutting was totally abandoned in the whole world.
Meza and Tigist are powerful symbols of the change taking place in Ethiopia. In its commitment to end female genital cutting within a generation, UNICEF and the European Union are ensuring that the tools for durable transformation are placed directly in the hands of young people and their communities.